last but not least, we've got two ladies, which is a change from before. And we will do the same concept as we've done so far in the afternoon. It's asking a few questions that we have pre-arranged with them in order to lead the discussion. So, and it's about selling from a distance. I think everyone talks about Carvana in US, Kazoo in UK, the recent explanation of BCA on Kinch. And a lot of people go for online retailing as such, but as well, there are some hybrid forms in between, which we would like to touch upon. So thanks for joining us. Grunja von Berkem from Carnex.com and Sonja J from Stampit. So one really the implementer of solutions, the other one as a provider of solutions. So welcome here today. And I would like to go straight away and ask a question to Grunja. As Chief Operations Officer of Carnex.com, how you've seen on and offline moving into the last year, if you will.
Thanks, Johan. Yeah, it's a really good question. Of course, one of the contributing factors has been COVID-19. We've really seen that accelerate the trend towards online car buying. Some research we conducted last August showed us that now 1 in 3 people would consider buying a used car online. So that's already a real shift in expectations and certainly much faster than we would have expected. Although we're not a purely online seller, we have our clicks and bricks set up, which means we can support our customers through an omni-channel approach, and that mix really works for them. So I think our aim at Carnex.com is to cater for each individual customer. So looking at their needs, they can really design their own customer journey. So the journey is fully flexible and it can be adapted on what the customer is looking for. We have customers who want to do the transaction online but pick up the car at the store. We have customers who want to do the full transaction online and have the car delivered at home, everything remote. We have customers who want to do the transaction in the store and pick up the car in the store. So we leave it to each individual customer to decide how they want to design their own journey. And I think the priority for us is building the points of engagement with the customer along that journey and evolving our marketplace so that it'll be the place where they want to come to for their next car, but still giving them the freedom to design that journey themselves.
Okay.
Since COVID, we've started working with the virtual video appointments to boost the e-commerce experience, and that works really, really well. And we offer in the stores a click and collect, so buy the car online but pick it up at the stores. And our home delivery is also becoming really increasingly popular. So really giving the freedom of choice to the customer and being flexible in how we operate those journeys is really giving us some different results than we're used to. And of course, getting back to the COVID thing, what we have seen is initially in the first lockdown, a real spike in the growth of our e-commerce sales, so our purely online sales. And now coming into the second lockdown, we see that spike coming again. So the trend is really accelerating as we get through the year.
Okay, you've launched a video on YouTube. Now I will add the link in the chat just at the end so that people can have a look at this at ease. But what role does a virtual appointment play, and how does it work with lead generation or with salespeople? So.
Well, we launched the video appointments back at the beginning of the lockdown, and we've done thousands of them, literally thousands of them since we launched them this year. And to give you an indication of how successful they are, we have about, in some markets, up to a 75% conversion rate after we do the video appointment. So make the buying online really a seamless experience, and the visualization is really key for the customers to let them feel confident and well supported in the process. From an organizational point of view, we do that through not the traditional sales agents in the store, they'll handle the video appointment, but the leads and communicating with the leads is all done from customer care center. So we do that separately from the actual video appointments. They're completely tailored as well to the customer's needs. So they can be hosted live and the customer can ask questions live, or we do a pre-recorded walk around and then we email it to the customer along with an e-brochure. So again, tailor make the customer journey towards what the customer wants.
Okay, thanks. I will move over to you, Sonia, and also a very warm welcome. At Standbit, you have tools to create this video walk-arounds, 2, 3 60s. What are the challenges that you can share with the attendees on implementation of a tool like this?
Well, yeah, you're right. Today, it is very important to keep contact with the customer, especially in the sanitary context that we live currently. About online sale, first, did you know that 87% of the online shoppers say the automotive experience should be more transparent? So this is why it is really important to create a content of good quality and a transparent online experience. And another fact I wanted to say is that during the first lockdown, the consumer behavior has changed, as it was said before. According to Google Trends, there was an increase of 900% in the willingness of the consumers to buy a car. So now, how do we implement this transparent online experience? We really believe in the digital and interactive experience, and simple solutions exist to meet this challenge. Like with your smartphone, like you see now on the screen, you can have a video meeting with your customer and present him at the same time the car. The application is very easy to use and guides you through the video processing, the 360-degree walk around the car and the video automatically. And it generates good content and rapidly. The video option especially is very interactive and it is a personalized tool. It's almost like, say, a physical meeting. And the video, according to our observations, generates 5 times more leads. And through the video, you can multiply by 6 your meetings and increase on average by 30% your weekly turnover. From our observation, these tools create an immersive experience and enhances the level of trust from the consumer side.
Johan, we have no sound.
We don't hear you.
It was my mistake. Sorry. No, I agree that this is good implementation possibility for dealers and salesmen who really want to keep a contact with their customer. So you have the options there. Another aspect that I want to discuss with you is before people are able or willing to click to purchase something online, they need to have confidence and trust in everything what is happening. One of the things where I think the industry is still not very is in visualizing the vehicle. You sometimes see awful pictures as a first picture in portals and online. Now, Grunya, Carnex.com at the early stages have already said and announced that they would go for 100% of the vehicles being in a 360-degree picture booth video. Love to hear where you stand there and how is the impact on the sales, if you can ever, if you could share something about that.
Yeah, I mean, we started to launch the 360 video booths at the beginning of 2019. I think we had the first one live, and we set ourselves a KPI to put 100% of our cars through those photo studios. To give you a bit of background on the studios and where they come from, each one is a bespoke build. It's owned by Carnex.com. So even though we operate through a network of partners for the reconditioning lines, We operate the same structure for the photo booth in each market, and we actually own the photo booths that we put in place, and we build them in each market. So besides the bespoke build, we use experts in cinematography rather than just normal digital experts for the design of these studios. So they really are quite special. I'd also add they're quite expensive, but for the impact that we get, you know, we're working a lot with our branding, but we also rely on classifieds like everybody else to drive traffic. And if you want to get the clicks on the classifieds, you know, you really have to have the best images. So it's hugely important to us that the images are the right ones. And we're all the time working on the technology to improve the images and improve the data that we're transferring to the customers. On the KPI, we're at about 85% today. So if you check out the carnex.com website, you'll find about 85% of them will have pictures that are from the 360 studio, and all of those cars look the same, they're imaged the same, the pictures are in the same order, etc. And just to finish up on it, you know, it's about also linking the technology so that we know exactly what's going through the studio. And in fact, within as little as 15 minutes after a car is photographed through one of our booths, it's online for a customer to purchase.
Okay, great. I'm just going to take one last question, and then we're going to hand over, and then we can split up in the different breakout sessions. Sonia, because you also offer a kind of 360 on smartphone. It's of course a different, but maybe easier approachable for dealers and for used car traders, or for smaller used car traders. What's the return on investment for those people with a tool like that?
Yeah, you're right. At Stampit, we have a set of applications that can do photos 360 degree and video. And the base of our application is that you don't need any equipment investment. So all you need is a smartphone. So it's a very light investment. In this case, the key ROI is the time saving, because the whole process for photo and video takes about 10 minutes, while it takes around 30 minutes when no digital solutions are available. So the salespeople can use the 20 minutes available per car for more profitable actions, like keeping the focus on the customer relationship. Recently, we had a more precise ROI calculated from one of our customers, which was of 2.5 with the digital tools. Plus the fact that there is only one tool to use. And we really believe that by investing in 100% connected solutions, gathering several tools, you save money and you save time. Another key point is the quality of the content. The content must be really impacting and needs to catch the attention. Presenting photos and videos, like Ron said, good quality on your website is essential to engage the customer. And indeed, a content of good quality generates 3 times more clicks on the website. And the last challenge, I would say, is as well in the education of the sales team. Because a focus needs to be made on the organization of the daily activities of the salesperson, so that they can really focus on the heart of their business, which is customer relationship.
Great. I think there is much more to explore, but unfortunately, there's always too much information that we try to transfer. I just want to thank you for your contribution, Grunia, Sonia, and please people refer directly to them if you have any more questions. What we will now do is we will break into different sessions. So you go onto the sessions tab, and there you see the 4 breakout sessions from Autorola, Cox Automotive, Jeffco, and Cara with Cara Academy. I just would like to thank you for your time, and because all of those topics are so interesting, and with all of your questions, surely Fleet Europe will keep on informing you about remarketing. Thanks again, Grunia, Sonia. Thanks for all the speakers, and
thanks, Johan.
Thanks a lot.
Be live next year in the future. Thanks very much.
Thank you.